Hello, beautiful souls. We were talking about self love and quarantine, and I wanted to share some tips to get you out of the fear zone, which is such a very uncomfortable place to be. So, it starts with a commitment, it starts with a decision to reclaim your own power. And at the moment, it's very tempting to feel that we are powerless, to feel helpless, to feel that we are victims of the circumstances. And while it is true that a lot is beyond our control, um, it is also true that there's a lot you can do at your own level. And one of the things you can do is create a safe environment for yourself, create a bubble of sanity, of well being, of safety. And many people, many religions consider that your body is a temple. And I think right now we can embrace that philosophy. It doesn't have to be religious, but considering that you are sacred, that your body and your mind are not to be polluted, contaminated either by a disease or by any negative influence, is a very healthy thing to do and a very kind attitude towards yourself. So, one of the things you can do right now is eliminate all the negative influences in your life, like watching the news if you find that distressing, following people on social media who are always relaying every negative piece of information. It's not always necessarily information anyway, it's just speculation most of the time, and it's often very scary and negative, and you don't want that. So you don't have to unfriend people, but just stop reading all that stuff and stop listening. And you can stop engaging in that sort of talk inside your home and your family. You can choose, and you can tell people that you'd rather discuss nice things, pleasant subjects that are more uplifting than distressing. Setting boundaries is a must at the moment when we are forced to share a smaller environment than usual. And it's okay to learn to say no and to learn to take a few minutes to yourself if you need to calm down. As long as you're kind, as long as you're respectful, people won't understand. And we all need to find new rules because our lives have been disrupted in such a huge way that it's up to us to create new ways of living together now and later when we go out and when we learn to share a bigger space. But I think it will have to be different. So it's not about the virus, it's not about the pandemic, it's about us and the rest of our lives, really. Another thing you can do is stop binge eating. It's not helping you and it's just making you feel more guilty. Now is probably not the time to start a diet, but you can still be more careful and you can start enjoying your food instead of just consuming as much as you can just to dull your emotions. And we're going to talk about emotions in another session, but be kind to yourself. Eat because you need food and because you enjoy it, not because it's something to do because you're bored, because you're scared. Be kind to yourself. That's the big lesson we need to learn. So that's all for today. Stay tuned and take care. Bye bye.